Hello, you beautiful nerds of the world. Torach at your service. And I am, as you can see, I'm not at the usual place I record in, because I am at my family place for the holidays, for Christmas, to celebrate shit. In fact, I actually just arrived. As you can see, probably I still haven't unpacked my shit. So, and the death battle is starting in 30 minutes, so I don't really have the normal time I have to do a proper intro. So let's not ramble about it too much, and let's talk about this death battle, the season 9 finale, Gogeta versus Vegito, the battle of the ultimate fusions of Goku and Vegeta. I'm not gonna lie, I am baffled that this is the season finale. At all. Especially this season, which had a lot of focus on new series and new franchise and fresh faces, and when you see this finale, you're statistically, you're oh boy! let me pull it out, the stats real quick, because that means Vegeta has been on Death Battle 3 times in the same season. Both Goku and Vegeta join Batman in terms of appearances, because we had we had Vegeta versus Shadow, we had Goku versus Superman, then Goku versus Superman again, Vegeta versus Thor, and now you have this one, which is basically Vegeta and Goku versus Vegeta and Goku. And this is the third time that Vegeta is getting an L this season, because he got his head crushed by Thor, fair and square, Thor and square. His son gets killed by a hedgehog of all people, and now he's gonna get a loss because that's Gogeta and Vegito. No matter the outcome, Vegeta and Goku are gonna lose a fight. They're gonna win a fight, sure, but they're also gonna kill themselves. So that's kind of an L. Now, how do I know these characters? Let me start with Gogeta, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. I've talked about it a number of times during those reactions that as a kid I used to hate Dragon Ball, but as a kid, really, I used to really hate Dragon Ball as a kid, because everyone was talking about it. It was super popular. It was and it deserves it. But I was always a little gremlin when I was a kid, so I was hating on Dragon Balls because that's I'm not joining the mass. You're not gonna fight me. I'm not gonna conform. Dragon Ball is shit. During the first Goku versus Superman, I remember I was yes, get fucked, Goku. You can't see it, but I'm doing a little kick on the corpse, But as time went on, and as I discovered Death Battle, and I discovered the community around, I started to notice a lot of people like me. You would think this would give me this validation, I'm oh, I've never felt so understood, as a hater of Dragon Ball. Ooh, I found my brethren, but as time went on, the more Dragon Ball characters we've had on Death Battle, the more I started to notice that Dragon Ball haters were, stupid. So I kind of abandoned that quest, along with the fact that, it didn't, hating on popular things didn't really carry me anywhere. It didn't take me anywhere in life, so now I'm just woo. Now I'm just I don't really I'm still not familiar with Dragon Ball, but I learned to tolerate its existence, and in fact I have actually started rooting for some Dragon Ball characters over the years on Death Battle, Android 18, but also Broly, Beerus. All these characters, I was actually rooting for them during their when they appeared on Death Battle, and they all won, so let's go! Now, how do I know Vegito, the fusion of Goku and Vegeta, from Dragon Ball? I've talked about it a number of times during those reactions that as a kid I used to hate Dragon Ball, but as a kid, really, I used to really hate Dragon Ball. As it now, who do I think is going to win? This is what I kind of don't like about same franchise matchups. Is like, isn't one of them canonically stronger than the other? Like, is that even a debate? I mean, it probably is. That's why they're making this fight. But like, there's always like, when it comes to same franchise matchups, I've always liked it better when it was like Battle Royale. Because like there's an actual like it was always interesting because it was like, oh, what's the better in a group, you know, what's the better in a team of heroes, or in a group of villains, or like in like free Pokemon evolution, in a group of Mega Mans, or in a group of Robins. You know, it's always I always found it a bit more interesting. But when you go like precisely about like two specific characters, like you just have to read the lore, and then you're good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the lore, so I'm gonna learn a lot of stuff, I'm sure. If I have to choose a favorite, like if I have to really choose a favorite, I don't know really. I think I prefer Vegito, because like design-wise, I think I see a lot more of, you know, it looks more like a mix between Goku and Vegeta. Like you can truly see, you can see more of their character. Like you can truly see it as a fusion. Unlike well, Gogeta, you can still see it a little bit, but I don't know. Vegito seems more faithful to Vegeta and Goku, to both characters. Like completely design-wise. Gogeta is cooler, like overall, but if you have to pick when it comes to like fusion design, I would say Vegeta. So that's my full stance on this matchup. I don't really have a favorite. I'm just excited that this is the season finale. I'm gonna see an amazing fight. It better be, because like it took a whole fucking month to make, or like to a whole fucking month to like finish, to polish everything, to make everything look good. So without further ado, I'm just gonna learn about a lot of Dragon Ball, and this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be cool. Let's go, and it's the season finale, which means we're probably gonna see. I'm more excited about what's next, but let's just start the reaction and you'll see what I mean. Oh my god, I can't wait. This is a cool, decent thumbnail. The thumbnail is decent. You know, I'm not even gonna pause it.
Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer
Have
the
Gogeta
world.
fight Vegito!
Let's go!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question!
Yeah!
The fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger. Gogeta, the combo greater than legends. Or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods.
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's Z, GT, Super, movies, games, guidebooks, toys, Twitter, even all the crazy Xenoverse and hero stuff.
Hold on to your Dragon
He's Wiz.
And I'm Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze the weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle! It's time!
Imagine, it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude! I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then it happened.
Okay.
Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And
Let's
that's
go!
the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw. Yep, You peaked at 8.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the
Not
earlier,
completely
Gogeta was
inaccurate.
first.
Sorry, I'm picking up a
Gogeta
chair.
had been in production throughout the previous
I need
years.
to rest my legs a little bit.
The proud son of
Number of canon appearances, 1.
champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan, but I think this comes close.
It's a top tier. You know, it's a top 10.
A mysterious
I think.
alien people who we never actually see.
But I'd guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance. On top of an incredibly precise movement routine, this technique requires both parties to match power levels to fuse successfully. A literal personification of the phrase, only as strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy.
I would fuck it up.
Trust me.
Yeah,
If you
I
do
would fuck
you're
it up,
the
I know.
baddest mother effer on the
But again, I need someone
Not
to
part of
fuse
mainline
with.
canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta
Yeah.
defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names, like the Big Bang Kamehameha,
Transmission
Stardust
fail,
Ball, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's how it
Yeah,
took
that's
out
not gonna
Janemba in one
work.
shot.
I
It
think.
was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly
Yeah.
enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devilmite Beam, which causes the evil within a person to explode and
Oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man? General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years, Gogeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Let's
Super
go.
Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation. Instead of using Divine Ki like Super Saiyan God, it taps further into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Till the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This
30
can be
minutes.
reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against
Okay.
Omega Shenron in GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
Just more evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier in the film, Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon
Oh.
Ball Heroes, Gogeta
That's
continues to
interesting.
prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters. He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black and Ultimate God
the
Slayer
fuck?
Hearts the God Hater. You know, those guys.
And
Yeah,
two
the
Gogetas
atheist, okay.
together could take on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan,
What?
Protean, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God Whiner claimed Fu could become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas
Ah.
achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now.
These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar if not equal in power.
Gogeta's so cool.
Okay.
And there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28,
Huh?
2005,
Why do we talk about this?
stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario where Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limits. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
Oh, that's cool. Okay, on to Goku and Vegeta.
1995, a demonic menace has
Vegito,
threatened to
I know.
consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion! They used one of their most incredible techniques to become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But
That
that
is a
wasn't
similar
how Vegeta
scenario. I can
overcame
understand
what
why.
they really despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this. That's right, the Patara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Patara forcibly fuses the two beings together. No power level matching required. In this case, Goku and Vegeta
Sometimes spelled
fused to
Vegito.
become
Okay, why
Vegeta.
not?
Okay, seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
Vegito? Not like
all
that's
the
much
other-
better either.
all the other alternatives are
Vegito.
kind
It makes more
of
sense in
dumb.
Japanese. Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated
Like
it
Kakachita.
Vegeta.
Oh,
You
that
know,
one sucks
Kakata.
too. Okay, bored now. Let's talk about how he blows shit up real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his
Gokuta.
own, many
You know,
of
it's
which are
not-
fittingly perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha, formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha way. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no, it's not the ghost attack you're thinking of.
With Goku and Vegeta's powers combined, Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegeta was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one does. Though, to be fair, the Super
Shit, I
Candy
didn't
is
have
a
time
pretty
to
extreme
read
example.
the
But
back box.
Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity. Like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close.
Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which
How
was
long?
kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Patara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais.
Ah.
Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened
An
slightly
hour.
if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most. Though in
40
the anime,
minutes?
it was
Ah,
way
that's
less
still
since he
bigger
tried to
than
quickly
10 minutes
overpower
at best.
Zamasu with a single attack.
The Patara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
Ah,
If you
true.
slap the Patara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
He's battled heavy-hitting threats to the multiverse like Cumber and Mechikabura.
Oh,
And just
he
like with
looked
Gogeta,
cool,
there's
Cumber.
plenty of people who
Cumber
think
looked
Vegeta
cool.
would win this fight.
Like,
Vegeta
genuinely.
4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Patara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too, that the Patara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey,
Yeah.
there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Pause! Sorry, I'm also checking if everything's recording as it should be. Yes, it is recording. Yes, it is recording as well. Let's go. I like when a recording, because like I don't have the safety of having a second screen to see what the hell is still recording. So excuse me for that. So Vegito can last longer. He can last longer than Gogeta. Sorry, because like when they're both pushed to the max, and well, they're gonna, because you know they're equally powerful. Gogeta seems to have faced bigger threats. I don't know. Has Vegito faced Fu? I actually didn't notice that. Vegito seems to have more unique abilities as well, but they seem to have a more obvious weakness as well. So Gogeta could take advantage of that. When Vegito, the only advantage he would have is to outlast Gogeta. And they're playing way too much on the. Oh, have you seen this? There's multiple magazines and multiple fans that think Gogeta's gonna win. Like, I feel like there's a lot that plays in favors of Vegito. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, there's this obvious weakness that, you can destroy the Potara earrings. Gogeta, again, when it comes to experience, Gogeta seems to have faced bigger threats. Notably, I'm thinking of Goku Black, because, like, Vegito actually failed to face Goku Black when he was at Super Saiyan Rose in canon, when Gogeta managed to defeat Goku Black when he was like Super Saiyan Rose 3 or something. Like, he looked like a Super Saiyan 3, but like in Rose. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Vegito seems to have a lot of new abilities that Gogeta probably wouldn't expect. This is a headache, because like it's like spotting the 7 differences. There's two pictures, and you try to spot the differences, and like, not the meme, the real game, but like Vegito seems also to be strong enough to like fight, even though there's nothing left of him. You know what I mean? So, like when he was turned into a candy and stuff. I'm seeing a lot of possibilities for both to win. But ultimately, for this finale of season 9, my final verdict, my bet is going to be on Goku and Vegeta. Let us begin. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I actually want to start there. I actually want to start there very hard. Je fais pas la blague. I don't do the joke. Fuck. I'm not doing the joke. I'm not doing the joke. Okay, no. I'm seeing too much shit about Gogeta, but maybe this is also a lure. They can also brain us into thinking Vegito's gonna win. And they're like, oh, looks like they were right. But I'm not fully convinced about that. Because this whole fight would depend on if you allow Gogeta to be aware of the Potara hearings. And, well, since this is a composite of everything that exists and that ever was and ever is and ever will be, he would probably be aware of the earrings, and he would probably be smart enough to exploit that. I'm gonna have to go with Gogeta, even though I am not convinced at all. I'm not convinced at all. There's also a lot of shit about Vegito. You know? You know, this is gonna. I'm gonna play this on a corner. I'm gonna play this. This is Vegito. No. This is gonna be Gogeta. This is gonna be Gogeta. And this is going to be Vegito. So let's just do it. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. I fucked it up. Gogeta. Gogeta. The power of the coin. I believe in you. I don't really believe in it. 3, 2, 1, click!
All right.
The combats are set.
We've run the data
For all possibilities,
Hear my wish, Eternal Dragon. It's
time for a death battle! Your wish has been granted.
What is this madness?
Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot!
You...
Jung Ha! Let's go! Ah! Lyrics so cool! Ah! Some good old fighters reference. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Okay, okay. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. Okay, Super Saiyan. The blade. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah. Kamehameha. The first one. Oh, on the dragon, around the dragon. That's so cool. Fight! Ah! Oh. Bam! Oh, that's cool! Super Saiyan Blue!
Kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
Super Saiyan 4! Ah! Ooh! Ow! Ooh! Whatever. Ooh! Kamehameha! Ha! Oh, that's so cool! Ah! 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 Whoop! Uh-oh. Ooh! I'm actually running out of breath here! Ah! Let's go! Whoa, 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 whoa! Ah! Ooh! Yes! Ah! Okay, little lasers. Kamehameha!
Gotcha!
I don't think it's gonna work.
Guess it's now or never.
Ah, I don't know what it is. Kamehameha! Kamehameha! Ah! No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, you're dead. Ah! Ah! Ooh! Let's go! Ah, yeah, that works too. I fucking knew that would have been. I fucking knew that would have happened.
Oh man, that was epic! Totally worth the wish. Oh, I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
Yeah, but you know.
Domination can wait another year. This fight was incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor
As more
differences
canonical
here and there,
victories,
like
more
signature
exclusive
attacks,
techniques,
neither Vegito
considered
nor
stronger by
Gogeta
more
had
official
one
sources,
single power that
longer
could
duration,
and
no
so
power
much
matching
over the
required.
other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear-cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegeta or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
True, matching in power would cancel a lot of
specifically
powers.
targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Buu, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was potarible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and win.
No! No! Ah!
The winner is Vegito.
Are we? Stop! I think I lost, but I don't care. I honestly don't care. I think it was Gogeta. So I lost this one. I fucking knew Vegito was gonna win. Well, by a slight chance, but like how Death Battle writes its episode. They played Gogeta way much more impressively. But anyway, this fight was cool. It was intense every fucking time. Oh my god, where do I even start? Holy shit! They're fighting like around Shenron. Fighting around Shenron was so fucking cool. That was just like, that was just the beginning. Then they visit like other places by breaking reality. So I like the analysis parts, even though they make it very predictable. The reason I hesitated with Gogeta is because like I always have this weakness of thinking, oh, but what if they're trying to like brain you and thinking you, they're saying like, they're selling, he's gonna win, but that is way too obvious for Vegito. So I was like, maybe it's a double, but the counterpoint. So even though I lost and I'm too dumb, I'm way too dumb. I don't know why they mentioned the magazines and the opinions on this fight at all. I don't really know what was the necessity of this. Maybe they wanted to address it, but like I know they played the he's gonna win with SpongeBob versus Aquaman, but on this one it was clear. When it's something as close and as passionate as like Gogeta and Vegito, I feel like it's a bad idea to influence the debates in any other way. I think that bit was unnecessary in my opinion. I like but I still like the analysis. I need to look up Fu and Cumber. These two characters looked well. Cumber looks really dope. Fu is yeah. we need a matchup with this guy. I want like, yo, Fu versus Larasu from Archie Sonic. Let's go. I want that fight. I want that matchup now. I want that matchup now. Really hard. A very emotional ending of like Gogeta being made to stone and Vegito is like, respect. Respect. Bro fist and then he... oh my god. I need to listen to that music. That's the first time I don't listen to the music before going into the death battle. I think I'm gonna listen the shit out of that music. I think it was Brendan Yates. I think I've heard Brendan Yates' voice on this one. I can be wrong, but But yeah, or maybe it's like the ultimate collab between Brendan and Werewolf Media. I'll probably correct myself during editing, or not. Oh my god, I am the worst person ever to talk about this fight, because I'm sure there's a lot of Dragon Ball fans are gonna be like, they're like nutting. They're like, yeah, you've done it. You nutted. Go wash yourself. I'll wait. I'm sorry, I can't provide any more. I can't provide any more criticism for now. My opinion about it is about this matchup is about this fight. I'm sure it's gonna evolve over the years. I don't think it's my favorite season finale. I still preferred shits like Thanos versus Darkseid, or even Saitama versus Popeye, even though they had this really weird 3D moment. 3D, the 3D parts, the cell shading and all that shit was amazing, really great, really good, and yes, that's it. That's about what I can say about this fight. All right, now this is the season, the end of the season 9, and we're about to. I'm just gonna watch the little bits that's left of the video to see the winners of the champion poll. Because remember, when they talk about, they talked about YouTube memberships and all that shit, and the YouTube members, the champions, could request a fight that they wanted for next season, for season 10. And with all this information, with all the fights that were requested, they formed 2 polls of potential matchups that are gonna happen in season 10, quick opinions about them, about all of them, rapid succession. So, Captain America versus Kamen Rider Ichigo. Go. Like, it's with an OU. Let's go with an OU, because it's number 1. I know my Japanese. Not into Kamen Rider, so at all. I know nothing. I know next to nothing, so I'm pretty neutral about this matchup. I'm sure every Kamen Rider fan have voted this matchup just because they want Kamen Rider in that battle. There's been a resurgence of Kamen Rider in the Death Battle community, so why not? They managed to rise my emotion level from don't care to why not? Among Us versus Fall Guys. Yeah, they're beings. They're colored. That's it. I get the joke. They're popular. They're massively multiplayer too. Compared to the rest of the list, not gonna lie, I'm not voting this one. If I was a champion, I wouldn't be voting this one. Ori from Ori and the Blind Forest versus the Hollow Knights. This has the potential to be a really beautiful fight. A really beautiful fucking fight. And yeah, it sounds cool. I kind of want to see it. Finn and Jake versus Mordecai and Rigby. Not gonna lie, like, as much as I would like to see Finn and Jake in Death Battle, like, and as much as I know, I'm aware that this is a huge Cartoon Network rivalry and all that shit, I just don't like this matchup. Mostly because of Mordecai and Rigby. Like, I see them as, like, it's like having, like, Animal Crossing or, like, The Simpsons in Death Battle. It's always, like, I don't really know if they're, like, I don't know if seeing them as warriors that you would see on a regular episode of Death Battle. You know what I mean? Ah, shit! I forgot about Kyle Rayner versus Simon. Simon the Digger from Gurren Lagann. This is it. To me, this is the fights. To me, this is the winner. Honestly, I would be shocked if it's not the winner. And how do you not like it? I mean, it's got the potential to have some crazy cosmic shits with like big bangs and throwing galaxies at each other and rewinding time and reality. It could be awesome. Bill Cipher versus Discord. I'm gonna be blunt. This is one of my most wanted fights. It's in my list. It's in my, you know, I'm working on the top on the top 25 list, and they're in it. They are in it. They are very deep in it. So I would really want this fight. On the 3D side, we have Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer. Now I'm working on a top 25. It's in it. It's in it. Where the fuck was it all this time? Please win this poll. Oh my god, please win this poll. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It's very it's even deeper in my top 25 than Bill Cord. Kratos versus Asura. You know, I used to hate this fight, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm actually intrigued by it. Steve versus Emmett. It's like Among Us and Fall Guys. Like, I'm not really a fan of it. Like, as a death battle, I get it. Minecraft, Lego. Now, let's talk about the Elec in the room. King Ghidorah from Godzilla versus Deathwing from World of Warcraft. Deathwing is one of my favorite World of Warcraft villains, and I really want him in Death Battle. No matter who he fights, I'm not sure about King Ghidorah as an opponent, but I can't really think of anyone else, so he'll do. Illidan versus Zhao, World of Warcraft again versus Genshin Impact. I don't know jack shit about Zhao and Genshin Impact, but I'm kind of intrigued that so many people want to see Illidan. Like, I'm surprised he's in this poll at all. And I don't want to end this on a bad note, but Spy versus Agent 47. This is probably my least favorite matchup of this entire poll. Like, oh my god. Like, why can't you... Like, one, Spy versus Sombra is much more interesting in my opinion. They have very little connections. Like, yeah, they're spies and they disguise assassins that put on disguises. Sure. Whatever. Like, at least Fall Guys, Among Us, or Steve versus Emmett. They sound fun, you know? They can be funny, you know? It's a funny matchup. This is just, it's just gonna be James Bond versus John Wick 2. Like, in my opinion. Alright, these were all my opinions about... This was my opinion about each fight. We can finally proceed to see what's next for Season 10. 3, 2, 1, click!
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks to our channel members for supporting us this year.
Yes.
I hope you've been enjoying the extra perks and content. We've got a bunch of new stuff in the works for you.
I need to
if you aren't
get
a
a
champion,
membership. I say that all the time, but
give it a shot.
I'm really
Also,
considering
Season
it.
10 of Death Battle is coming soon, including 2 matchups chosen by
Let me
our
see.
champions. Let's see what you pick.
What do we pick? Yes! Holy shit! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Bill Cipher versus Discord and Alex Mercer. And is there any more coming soon? No, okay, that was the 2 matchups. Okay, let's go! Let's fucking go! Holy shit! Holy shit, guys! Saiyaman would win. Oh my god! Let's go! Oh my god! So, these two, I think, Discord and like Bill Cipher versus Discord, they were like I think they were number 18 or some shit on my 25 list that I'm working on, which means that I have now 2 vacant entries. And Alex Mercer was like number 4. I talked on Let's Discuss how I had like, for the big 3, you know, my big number 3 is like, they could all be number 1. Like number 1 can be number 3, number 3 can be number 1. Like depending on my mood. I have a big 3. Alex Mercer Cole is there. It's number 4. It's just the one below the Ultimate Trinity. So that's how much I fucking wanted this fight. More than Sauron versus Arthas. More than anything. Oh my god. I'm not a champion, but that's what I would have. I'm not a champion myself, but that's what I would have voted. Thank you, everyone who actually has a champion membership. I don't know if I'm gonna have a YouTube membership next year, but if they do more of if they do more polls like this, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna consider it. So I hope they do more of these in the future. Holy shit! Alright. That was about. I need to sit down. I need to sit down because this season was wild. This season was honestly a fucking wild. Get back here, microphone. Because like I was actually pretty far away. I do not wish to be any further. Holy shit. This was one hell of a ride. You know, at the beginning of it was like the actual start of a roller coaster. Because at first, like, we had shits like Harley Quinn versus Jinx. Okay, nice going. Then the ride was kind of slow for me. You know, we had like Vegeta, Thor, Tanjiro, Jonathan, like Boba, Predator. Like, good matchups. I know they're popular, but you know, they're not specifically my thing. And then like second half of the season, we just go like an arrow straight down with like as fucking faster than light speed with like okay, James Bond versus John Wick, not that much, but it's still on top. But like directly with Black Adam versus Apocalypse. Silver versus Trunks, Sauron versus the fucking Lich King, World of Warcraft and Death Battle, and then we have a slow ride with this, but you know it was intense. It was really good. There's not a single episode that I can say like, yeah, this is the lowest one. You know, like oh, this one is you know, it's kind of okay. Like, all of them were amazing. Like, I know a lot of people consider Scarlet Witch versus Zatanna to be the lowest one of this season because it was still fucking good. I don't really agree with that. I think it would be more like James Bond versus John Wick or something like that. That would be my you could say my least good in my opinion. Or maybe Raiden versus it's true that Raiden versus Excalibur was a thing. I think my favorite episode of the season. Now don't get me wrong, I think it's Sauron versus the Lich King, but I think it's genuinely good, not just because there's Warcraft in Death Battle and I'm a fucking Warcraft simp. Like, the more I look at it, the more I listen to the music, the more it's just, this battle was incredible. But like I said, like there's no there's no bad ones. There was no a bad episode that I could say like is the least enjoyable episode. Like I said like for example, last season we had Akuma versus Shao Kahn, which was it was there, it was present, and there was a lot of animation mistakes and stuff. The animation wasn't that enjoyable, but it happens. There are lows, there are highs, and I can safely say that this season didn't have a low. Outside of the season, I think I've also made a lot of new stuff. You are shit. I forgot to say that. You are 6 fucking hundred to have subscribed to my channel, and I already promised my my top 25 for like 500, and suddenly like you had 100 more. I was fucking mind blown, and like now you're more than 600. I'm gonna pick up the pace again. I promised numerous times that I'm working on the top 25. It's not gonna be out before January because I'm still like working on it, and there's fucking Bill Cord and Alex Mercer. They were on my list. Now I have to do it all over again. But I hope it's done before season 10 comes out. Then we can have like a clear ride. This year I've been trying to work a little bit more on my content. I know it doesn't look like that because you can look at the my old series, my reactions of season 8, and you can see a lot more editing on you see more images moving and all that shit, when since I started filming myself, it's at the same time like there's less, you can see less effort in my work, but at the same time you have moments like when I saw Sauron versus the Lich King, and when I saw Bill Cord and Alex Mercer versus Cole, that was insane. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. I've also made great connections. I've been on Last Discuss, which has been like not even a project of mine, but like I've always looked at this podcast and I was like, man, that was a fun ride, and I always wished I was a part of it even for a second. And the cast themselves and the lads themselves saw it too, so I will be eternally thankful for that. Notably, Autistic Gamer Sean, he's the one that's been watching me. He was fucking Nick Fury. He's visiting a future Avengers. Like, let me talk to you about the Last Discuss initiative, the Sauron versus Arthas initiative. So anytime, honestly, I think I'm gonna join them for Alex Cole, and I'm gonna be joining you. Like it's not up to debate. I'm joining the lads for Bill versus Discord and Alex Mercer versus Cole McGrath. It's gonna happen. I know. I'm set on it. I'm gonna check on him the moment I stop recording myself. If you wanna see my top 25 most wanted death battle, I am still working on it. I'm trying to get it done again. I want to emphasize on it. Like, I'm heavily trying to work on it. I'm still gonna spend the holidays with my family, but I'll try to I'll be on the lookout for that. So January, February, let's hope that I can get it done. I hope you're having a great holiday, by the way. I hope you're having a wonderful end of the year, and I hope you'll be able to take care of yourself, as I'll be able to take care of myself. There's a lot of projects when it comes to taking care of myself, even. So, yeah. If you want to see where this path is taking me, if you want to see my reactions to Season 10 of Death Battle, subscribe again. And that was Torach at your service, and I'll see you next year. Take care. Take care of yourself. Fucking take care!